All right, I'm here today. Welcome everybody to the call. I'm Brandon with Atlantic Marketing. This is actually being broadcast also on some other groups that I'm involved with, the Mud Rats, a youth sailing group, Eastern Connecticut Sailing Association, Long Island Boating, I believe. A few other places have liked and shared it. So a little bit about us. We're manufacturers reps. We represent accessory products, and most times this part of the year, we're out doing open houses, working with our dealers, seeing consumers, helping everybody get ready for the boating season. This season, we obviously weren't able to do that, and we hope everybody is getting along fine through this really difficult time. But today we want to do something a little bit different versus talking just about our products. We want to talk about our industry. And there was no better source to try and get to talk about that, and we're super lucky to have her. And today we're going to talk with Kathleen, the Executive Director of the Connecticut Marine Trade Association. Kathleen, could you tell us a little bit about Connecticut Marine Trades and what it is?
Well, good morning, Brandon. Good morning, everybody. The Connecticut Marine Trades Association is the industry association of about 350 members, boat dealers, dealerships, marinas, boat yards, yacht clubs, subcontractors. Anything that touches the industry is generally part of our MTA here in Connecticut. This is a state association, like so many of our colleagues in other states, but we're really proud of the membership that we have on providing boating to all those who enjoy the recreation.
That's excellent. I mean, you guys do such a great job with the boat shows that you put on and the events and things like that, and you keep all the dealers in Connecticut informed. It's a great association, and you being a past manager of one of the largest boat yards on the Connecticut shore, you really know what your customers need and look for, and you guys do an amazing job. Congratulations. So we're going to get into a little bit of the topics of today, though. People really want to know, what's going on with Connecticut Marine Trades. What are you guys doing to, how do we navigate these waters? How do we get back to boating? What's it look like? I know you guys have put out this flyer here that it doesn't show on the screen real well, but I'm gonna have a link posted here so you can all see it. And it's called Keep Boating Safe in Connecticut. Can you address that a little bit, Kathleen, and what you guys were thinking when this got produced?
Sure. This document was actually produced in collaboration with a number of resources, other MTAs, our national partners at MRAA, as well as the boating division and our boating law officer here in the state of Connecticut. And basically what the document is saying is, how do we enjoy this recreation safely so that we can get back on the water, keep our employees safe, keep our customers safe. And basically it's just a blueprint of how we have to navigate to normal right now. And the document addresses basically 4 things: how to be prepared when you're going out on your boat, what to do when you're getting ready, because some of those protocols have to change for right now. On the water, we love to raft, we love to be with our friends, but right now we do have to keep that social distance. And finally, when you get back, you've got to be able to manage your boat. We are not going to have big crowds on the docks right now, and we just have to keep ourselves contained on each of our boats. And that's the most important message right now. Whether you work in the industry or whether you enjoy this recreation, we all have to do this together so we can continue to enjoy it through the spring and into the summer.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of pent up, we're all going through that cabin fever thing, right? Like, oh my gosh, I've been in the same bed for 7 weeks in a row right now. It's the first time I've done that in a long time, being a normal traveling sales guy and visiting dealers. But it's, if we do it right and we do it in a responsible way, which you guys have done an excellent job at leading and showing the world really about how marinas can function at this difficult time and keep boats flowing. Hopefully we can all enjoy a really good season together. So can you tell us a little bit about, segue into that, what does the industry look like in Connecticut today? That's what a lot of my manufacturers want to know. And, other dealers that don't have the chance to talk to other dealers, they want to know what's going on at other marinas, that sort of thing. What would you say it looks like?
Well, I think that the most important part is the number one rule is keeping our employees safe. We need to keep them safe. We need to keep them healthy. So marinas and boatyards and dealerships may look slightly different. There may be a lot more virtual transactions going on. A lot of staff who can are telecommuting. But in the yard, there are new protocols. Service areas are limited to staff. Staff is not working in groups. They're working one by one. They're following CDC guidelines. They're following a very extensive list that our DECD has put out. And when people are following those guidelines, it's working. Our workforce is staying safe. Boats are getting launched, work is getting done, and hopefully the end user recognizes that those protocols right now just have to be followed. And we're very fortunate that we can continue to work hard and get people's boats ready. We just have to do it safely.
So the end user, when they walk into a marina today and they see this safety first plan going on, what does that feel like in a marina or boatyard today? What should people expect when they go down there to their boat for the first time?
Well, I hate to put a negative on it, but it's not business as usual. It's not even the recreation as usual. But that said, you still have the opportunity to get to your boat. And some of those protocols are going from your vehicle to your boat. Right now, enjoying your boat with your housemates. I know that's a tough one for some, but that's what we have to do right now. A thing that I've heard from marinas is please wear your face mask. If you're going to wear that to the grocery store, even though you're going to be outside for a while, wear your face mask to keep our marina staff safe. Organize your fuel transactions ahead of time so that there is very limited touch point to things like fuel docks and pump out stations. And be prepared. Bring your gloves, bring your mask, bring your disinfectant, and please handle your boat yourself. There may not be somebody there to help you right now that can safely do that and abide by social distancing. But there's a lot of good skippers out there. You can do this, and this is a good time to practice those.
Yeah, you mentioned time. One of the most frustrating things I've heard over my 20 years in this business is I'm getting out of boating because I don't have the time to do it, or it just takes up so much time. And now it's like, I feel like this could be boating's finest hour because it's such a great way to spend some time. And maybe we'll all stop thinking a little bit less about where we're going and more about just, enjoying the ride, getting there. I can't wait to get out on the water with my family, especially the weather's been so bad around here. I'm chomping at the bit. And I really I hope that, I can get on the water, but I can do it in a responsible way. And so what would be your tips to me or people like me that, want to go fishing, and the cruisers and the paddlers, and what does the whole industry need to do to get together to, from the consumer side to continue this and make it work for everybody?
I would really say no matter where you keep your boat, whether it's a yacht club, whether it's a marina, whether it's a few boats at a private dock, no congregation. There are state mandates about no more than 5 people. Please don't do it. Go from your vehicle to your boat and do so efficiently. Bring your own dock cart. Let's try not to use so many common things. Bring your own cart, keep yourself contained. That's going to make a huge difference in allowing people to stay separated right now while we have to. I think those are like the big things. It's just knowing that you have to do car to boat and then enjoy the social distance. I don't know. I will tell you, Brandon, I'm sick of being cooped up myself. And what better social distancing than being out on your boat? So when you're landward, no matter where you're coming from, if you just mind those right now and then get out and enjoy that great sail, or get out and find your favorite fishing hole and do so following the rules and the guidelines, you're going to have a great day. And I couldn't agree with you more. Everything is rush. Right now, I think we're going to look forward to some quiet time out reflecting on the water, that we're lucky where we live, we're lucky what we get to do, and we just want to keep doing it.
Yeah, I certainly am taking this chance to look at what we've done in the past, and we're gonna choose what we decide to put back in. But boating is definitely gonna be one of them. Of course, it always has been. Now, for the absolute last minute update, like as of today, can you tell us like what's open and what's not? What are you guys seeing?
Well, under the executive orders, which we follow, Marine service can continue. Yacht clubs can operate under marine service. Again, CDC and the state guidelines are imperative to be followed. Dealerships are working virtually or on a telecommute basis. Different states currently have different quarantine regulations. So if you are coming into Connecticut from out of state, you are urged to quarantine for 14 days. There are other states that may have a bit more restrictive policy, but that's ours right now. And I would recommend that if your boat is in the water and you may be heading towards a destination, that you call ahead and make sure that they are accepting boats right now. You know, that's something we're early on in the season. What we look like 30 days and 60 days from now may be different, but where we are today, it's really important that everybody crosses their T's and dots their I's, because things are changing quickly. But for the most part, following the guidelines, you can access your boat just about everywhere in Connecticut. One more thing, all the boat ramps are open. We were very fortunate that our state parks and ramps are open, but you may find that facilities aren't open. So I would be prepared to use your head on board if you have one. I know that at the boat ramps, they're not currently operating. There may be porta potties there for people to use, but generally that's wide open, and fishing season opened early in the state, which we were really grateful for. It spread out the people that wanted to go fishing. It was a really wise decision. So we're pretty excited that we're at least seeing the season start. And we'll change as we go. We'll adapt as we go. And again, as I said at the beginning of this, we're all in this together, and we're just asking everybody to work together, and we will get through it.
Speaking of work together and timing, I know a day seems like a week seems like a month seems like a year. So I always tell people, wait a week and we'll see what next year looks like. But, with that said, what is the past, been for this? How have you gotten us to this point? Can you share that with some of the people, especially some of our industry folks from other areas might want to know, like, what's your interaction been like at the government level, if you don't mind sharing some of that, and, sort of how you got us to this point?
I think that we just work together. We're honest about what we can do and what we can't do. We're very fortunate that that people recognize that Marine police and fire and safe harbor has to happen.
Yep.
I think that helped. It was very, very wise. We're very, very grateful for that opportunity. And I think that working with each of our members, even those that are not members, that are part of this industry, that to please follow these rules, that we'll get there. Neighbor has been helping Neighbor. We've been sharing ideas from across the state, inland and shoreline, on what's the best way to do this. I know that people have been looking for the right product to be able to keep things disinfected, to be able to keep their workstations clean. And I think that effort to maintain as pristine a business as possible has reflected on the ability to keep going. And the fact that we care about our employees, we care about their customers, and we care about our neighbors and our communities, and nobody wants to do anything to hurt anybody. But we want to keep working, and our employees are very grateful that they've been able to keep working through this.
Absolutely. So we've got a little bit of time left, and I just wanted to open it up to any questions. We've got quite a few viewers live here tuning in to see this one. If anybody has a question for Kathleen, we will do our best. We just posted the Connecticut Marine Trades org website, which is Kathleen's organization site. That's where you can download her document called, or their document called Keep Boating Safe in Connecticut, which is an excellent set of guidelines to share with your friends, your marinas, your clubs. But if we don't have any specific questions out there, I'll just add, is there anything else you want to add, Kathleen?
I just want to thank you for the opportunity. I want everybody to have as great a season as possible. We're here to help. We're here to answer your questions. But most importantly, I guess a bottom line is please stay safe. And don't forget to thank all those on the front lines who are keeping us safe. I know we have some in my family. I'm very grateful for the efforts that they're putting forward. And I think we as an industry owe a big thanks to all those on our front line keeping us safe. So fair winds to everybody. Hope you have a great season.
Huge thanks to everyone out there who's keeping us safe and ready to go. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody as we all figure out a way to get out voting together. So thanks, Kathleen. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you. Great day, everybody.
All right. And we're off. Great job. That was really good.
Good.
Sorry about the gotcha question, but I had somebody text me. They wanted to know, like, who's she like working with? Like, and I didn't know like how to say like, who's the industry you're working with. I just figured maybe from a history point of view, you could point out a little bit about what you'd done. It wasn't meant to be a gotcha, but somebody had sort of asked that while we were rolling along.
Yeah, I just kind of went through it. You know, those are always kind of the sausage making questions. So I just kind of kept it.
That was awesome though. Now we get a question in there, which is a little late for, but I can still reply to the comment. Do you see boat shows resuming normalcy by next year?
Too early to say.
Comment back to that.
Yeah.
All right. I will comment and get the photograph up for the long tail view on this.
Yeah, it's too early. I mean, we're certainly hoping so. I've been talking to NMMA, you know, about what the fall looks like. So we'll see what the fall looks like first. Certainly, all planning continues to go forward. We may look different and maybe, you know, more spread out. It's really too early. I'm meeting with the venue next week to kind of get an idea what's happening from the back of the house side.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm sure you got a billion emails after taking an hour of your day. Thanks for doing this.
Pleasure.
Really good. I'm sure there's a lot of industry people that were watching that. You know, we had at the peak on the video watch that I had was about 60 people, which is about 10 times more than normal. And 60, and those are just people that are my contacts, the only ones that show up in that feed. So that meant, I would say we're basing on other ones, we probably had about 500 people. And the long tail on that will be well into the thousands. Is there anything in there that you wanted to cut out?
The state one kind of bothered. I just kind of want to stay away from that. So if you look over that, if the answer was, I just kind of like to keep the state things out of things.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything that I thought was like, you know, awkward or, you know, anything that I thought you said was sort of like, could be viewed as a gotcha wrong, but I'll watch it again. So the last question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll watch the last one again.
It's the only one that we kind of keep our head down on that. So that would be the only thing.
Okay. I'll double check that one and see if it's good. All right.
All right, Brandon. Great to see you. Take care.
Good to see you too. Thanks, Kathleen. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.